All right, guys, what's up, and welcome to the page. Welcome to Tactical Ashi Garami TV. All right, and as per usual, don't forget to like, comment, share, sub, all that good jazz. Today, we're going to get into a little website here that is probably not so much of a good website. Okay, I might even go as far as to say as you can pretty much consider them a scam site. So this is JD6/JP, and you know, for those of you guys that are probably familiar with this page, you may or may not have received some airsoft gear from them. I know there's a lot of people right now who are going through some situations, and believe you me, sometimes doing a little bit of research can definitely take you a long way. So if you try to access this particular website, more than likely you won't be able to, because their VPN is actually blocked for whatever reason. I don't know. Well, your VPN will probably block the website, according to what's going on with all the domain name stuff. But this is said page. Now, surprisingly enough, these guys are located in Taiwan or Hong Kong, but almost the whole entire page is in English, and everything is pretty much displayed under Japanese yen. So I'm assuming that they're trying to market their page to Japanese people. Okay. I have a translator on my phone, so automatically it translates all the Japanese into English. But if you go to their website, pretty much everything, most of the orders you're gonna see are gonna be available through Japanese. So I'm going to check the order that I tried to make and see if it's still up. It's probably still up on their website. Yeah, let's see, VFCBCM. Okay, right. Boom. Well, would you look at that? Everything is still up there as if you can still order. Okay, so what's interesting enough to me is that, right, all of this here, according to what I'm looking at, it still shows that the item that I tried to order from the guys is in stock. I don't know why, but when I tried to make this order over a month ago, for whatever reason, I didn't get a reply for almost 2 weeks after I made my initial order, and I was wondering what's going on. You know, I messaged these guys. Let me go back over and check, you know, my screenshots here. I emailed these guys. I had the confirmation on June 7th, and I never heard a word from these guys at all, right? So here it is. Here's my order confirmation, right? Literally showing the whole entire proof that I tried to order this gun. This was sent to me on June 8th, right? Literally June 8th, with the order number and everything. And lo and behold, I sent these guys a text message to their Twitter account. So that's Thursday, right? June 19th, with the order number, with me literally trying to get a reply. And these guys left me on red. I don't even know if they even read the message, but they didn't respond to my message literally more than 2 weeks after I made the order, which is pretty crazy. I literally have never been through any situation like this with a company in my life. So this was really just insane overall, right? So now, after you know, I seen that the situation wasn't going anywhere, and look at that, I even subscribed to their marketing and everything like that. So I saw that this situation was going nowhere. So what I decided to do was I decided to update my situation through PayPal to a claim. So now, lucky enough, when I did this literally on the 24th or the 23rd or whatever the case is, these guys had just replied to me after they claimed that they apologized for not getting back and that they're going to check the order status. Mind you, this is like literally 2 weeks after the fact. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm literally really upset and fed up with all these different fraudulent identities and companies and personalities in the sport. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man, like, for those of you guys that are involved with anything remotely close to this, if you decide to go about doing business like this and I'm involved, I'm definitely gonna do my due diligence to expose you. I'm sorry, but that's just what the situation calls for. So I replied from the page. Here we go. This is my response, thanking them for, responding and literally asking them for some clarity and some discourse in reference to my order. You can take a look at that. Tried to explain to them what the situation is, and after I sent this message, I got no reply from the seller once again. So now I took it upon myself to once again to escalate my claim to escalate my dispute to a claim. So after that was done, literally, these guys had about 10 days to respond to PayPal in order to let them know exactly what is happening with my order. Now, after I escalated the claim, then they decided to send me this, right? Saying, oh, we're so sorry, we appreciate your interest, and, due to a stock discrepancy, the item that you ordered is currently unavailable, okay? Now, if the order is unavailable or the item is unavailable, why does it show that it's available on your website? So according to what you guys had online, this was available. And now you're saying that it's not available. You're telling me that through email. And now you're saying, okay, well, we can give you what you want in black. And mind you, this is weeks after I received my order confirmation. If you go to their website, they have a policy where they ship within 3 days of you receiving your order confirmation. So that definitely isn't true, right? So now I had a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, who is a technician out of Hong Kong. I had him go over there to pretty much, not go over there, but to check out their website to get some information about, their situation. So this is the situation in regards to their domain, okay? So these guys are running out of business, and a lot of that, from what I can see, is their fault due to the lack of transparency, okay? So another thing that's a big problem right now in the sport, lack of transparency, and there it is, okay? So that right there says everything that you need to know in regards to these guys and what they're about. So as I told you guys before, it's like, if you do it the wrong way with me, you do bad business. Like, it's not going to end the way you think it's going to end, right? I'm going to have to do what I need to do in order to let my fans know what's going on. So now here it is. You guys send me this invoice saying that my order was canceled after I told you to cancel the order. I told you that if you can't provide what you claim is on your website, that you should definitely cancel the order. You claim that you refunded me, and literally up until right now, it hasn't even been confirmed that you guys actually refunded this PayPal at all, okay? So with that being said, if we go over to X right now, I believe, and we look up, okay, scratch that, gd6.jp, right? We take a look at that. So this is their X account, right? As you guys can see, right? You cannot reply to any of their tweets. Will they really be tweets still? Well, anyways, you can't reply to their posts. So they turn replies off on literally everything. So if you have orders that are backed up with them, you can't reply to them over Twitter, right? If you go online and you go on maybe Yahoo, there are a few people who have commented, who have made remarks about, you know, their policies and their overall experience with them, and it's very mixed. If you do your research, a lot of individuals are still waiting on stuff, you know, for months or whatever the case is. I'm gonna look up them right here again, right? So some people have probably just received their items. Check the translation here. Yeah. Some people have just literally just got their stuff. And this is from them actually. Yeah. There's a lot of people complaining here online that which texts are not coming from, or posts are not coming from these guys, essentially. But listen, as I mentioned to you before, right, I will not do business with anyone who does business like this in the future. So thank you very much for, I guess, for not doing the right thing, because I was still able to do what I need to do anyway. And for those of you who are out there, if you're looking for anything in particular online, or airsoft products that you might need to get from overseas distributors, I highly recommend that you avoid this page.